Hey guys, Rick here. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'm doing this on a Sunday. So first I'd like to say thank you for everybody that has stuck around and kept up, stayed subscribed to me, even though I haven't put anything up for quite a while. I've been quite busy over at the farm, which leave me a comment down below if you'd like to actually see it. I forgot to grab the GoPro when I went over there earlier today to feed the sheep and check on them. Up here in the Northeast, we're expected to get another, 3 inches of rain and 70-mile-an-hour winds. So that has nothing to do with anything else. But anyway, I want to thank all of my new subscribers and check out Rusty Barrel Brewing. Check him out. He's awesome. I follow him on Instagram, and let me just double check and make sure that I got his name right. The guy's, he's got a channel and he's got only a couple subscribers, so I think we could help him out. But yeah, so stay tuned, check it out. First day on the Brewer's Edge Mash and Boil. So yeah, I was contemplating Robo Brew, but I ended up with the Brewer's Edge because I already have a pump, so it made it a lot easier and a lot cheaper. So stay tuned, check it out, enjoy. Cheers. Hey guys, long time no see. It's Rick, Irish Groundhog Brewer. We're in the garage. It's early. It's 5:30 in the morning, almost 6. Been up since 4. Gonna be a brew day, and check it out. Oh, new bling. Yep, first day using it. First time using it. I've already cleaned it out. Let's take a look inside, shall we? I already ran PBW through it. About an hour. The one thing I did find with this, we'll take this out and we'll take a look inside. It is all stainless steel. I don't know if these marks are actually going to be accurate, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my HLT and then I'll go off of that and fill this. But as you can see, it cleaned up quite well. It's going to be quite a bit of dead space here, so that I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to tackle that. I think for now what I can do is I can just tip it up and I'll get most of it, and that'll keep most of the trub and stuff on the bottom. So yeah, so that way it will suck up a lot of the hot pellets and everything else. Debris, as we all say, tube. Oh god, I can't even remember. So early in the morning, I can't remember what this is called. Whatever. This I found with this, it fits in nice. But I did find that in the bottom, after I cleaned it out with PBW, I started drying it out. I washed it and rinsed it and rinsed it and rinsed it and rinsed it. And then I wiped it with paper towel, and I was still getting residue off of the perforations. So if you do buy one of these, make sure you clean it extremely well, because I was still getting, like I said, I was still getting some residue. It would come off and it would be a little bit gray. The bottom part is very sharp because they just poked holes through it. So yeah, so we're gonna start filling this with water and getting the heat on, and it will be brewed. So yeah, something easy, just a pail. I'm gonna use Fuggo and East Kent Golden. Probably use Chinook to bitter, ½ an ounce for 60 minutes. So cool. Already got the grain right there, and I apologize for the mess. Trying to sell the house and having to move stuff out so the house is empty for people to look at. It seems to make a huge difference. I don't know why. because usually when people are selling the house, they're usually still living there. So yeah, so I've been moving stuff in and out. I will throw in some footage from the farm where I've been, and that's what has been taking up a lot of my time. As some of you may have known from probably the last video that I did, I was starting a sheep farm for a couple of the owners. Great people. We have 35 horned Dorsets now. 3 of them are Rams, and they're all doing quite well. Had them there for a month. I've been rotating them through the fields, and yeah, it's been good so far. So yeah, so I'll throw in some footage, hopefully right around in here. And yeah. So all right, let's get the brew day on, and I'll be cleaning some of this stuff up. I'll cut in and out, doing stuff. I did think, I've watched a lot of people use like the Grandfather and the Robo Brew, and I went with the Brewer's Edge because I already have a pump, and I have a lot of the other setup. I just think that this is going to make it a lot easier. I mean, I don't need to spend a lot of money. I couldn't resist the deal that I got on this too, so I got it a lot cheaper than what it normally goes for. But one thing that I want to try, and I don't know if I'll try it with this first one, but nobody seems to be able to underlet with this, because they heat up the water and then they pour in the grains. But I was thinking, if I put the water in and I do this, leave it up, I put my grains in here, turn it and let it go down slow, isn't that the same as underletting? I don't know. I guess we'll have to try. But I don't think I'm going to try on my very first time brewing on it, because I don't know if there's going to be a huge learning curve, but there'll probably be a learning curve. So anyway, come along. Okay guys, build my HLT up to 6 gallons, and let's see. I don't know if I should take the basket out. Yeah, I'll take the basket out. Let's should I go for right now? Take the basket out. Right next to you. Alright, so 4 gallons is gonna go right here. That's US gallons, which is roughly just over 15 liters. So I want to put 4 gallons in there. Let's see. Let's watch Rick make a huge mess. Hold on. Let's see. That's 6 minutes. God. No matter what I do, every time I make a video, it's long. I'm gonna have to cut some of this stuff out. So, all right, let's turn on the heat, shall we? Let's turn the element on. We'll turn power on. 56. Now I want let's go with 165. Set. 3 hours, 30 minutes. I want to let it run as long as I don't want the timer. And we have heat. So this should start heating. So to help even out the heat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my pump. I put it right here on the ground and recirculate up through and try to even out the heat. So that's going to be a while. Time to mill grains and everything else. You guys have seen me mill grains. You don't need to watch that. So, alright, when I start doing in, I'll bring you back in. Cheers! Okay guys, time to dough in. But, what goes better on a brew morning than bacon on the grill? Oh yeah. Got that going. Oh, let's dough in. Bacon and coffee. Yeah. I did double check the temperatures, and it come up fairly quickly. I'm using a different cover, as you can see. That way I can see in. So let's get started, shall we? Let's see. Let's turn the pump off for a second. Come on, that. Let's get a good stir. Check this out. Get right down in. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, that's thicker than I wanted it to be. But learning experience, right? Learning experience. Alright, I'm going to get the hose out of the way, give this a real good stir, get it circulating, and I will bring you back. Okay? Wrong button. Alright guys, Bridget's here helping me. So, I got it recirculating. Oh, it just dropped down to 151. I have it set for 156. So I have it coming out, going up, recirculating in, and double checking the temperature. As you can see, it's 152. It took about, I don't know, 5 minutes for it to kind of even out. I got quite a bit on top. It might slow the pump down a little bit, but as you can see, got decent color. It's flowing. It hasn't risen up any, so that seems to be fairly consistent there. I wanted it 156, so I don't know why that temperature hasn't. It says the heater is on. It's on warm, so I don't know. Like I said, learning curve. Oh, there we go. So it must be a 5 or 6 degree difference. So it's going to bring the temperature up. Then heat the water at the bottom. But we're still going up. 153. So we'll see how it goes. Mashing for, I think I'm going to do this mash for probably an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I just want it to be, I wrote down that it was going to be a bitter, but we'll call this the trial run. So anyway, yeah, so we'll bring you back once we start. I gotta start sparging. I'm gonna start heating up my HLT, so that way I can get that done, and no more cooking with gas. I'm doing it this way. We'll work out all the kinks. Alright, bring you back in a few. Okay guys, so I put in my little sparge arm that I made, and temperatures fluctuate quite a bit. Let's see, that's set. Oh, come on, there are fruit flies everywhere. 156. But the mash temperature, that's what's in there, is 150. Now that's been fluctuating between 154 and 150. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll have to follow two Beanos and make something. This was made for my other mash tun, so it's a little bit big. I may have to make something smaller to fit in there, and it'll probably work a lot better. So yeah. We'll see how this comes out. Like I said, learning curve. Probably shorten some of the hoses because I'm probably losing heat going through the hoses. It's starting to rain and be kind of crappy out, and the door's open, so I'm losing heat. yeah, all in all, I'm still making beer and cooking bacon on the pellet grill. So, yeah. So, cheers, everybody. Gonna start heating up the sparge water. Woo. Cheers. Bacon. Okay, guys. Time to start sparging. Start to pump off. Take off some of the tin foil. Pumps off. Take that out. This is going to go over here, which is going to make a mess, but like I said, learning curve. God, I got fruit flies friggin' everywhere. Alright, let's go. Here we go. Upsy daisy, holy shitski. Make sure you get it lined up right. That would have been bad. Alright. Here we go. Sparging. We're going to do 4 gallons. I'll bring you back when they're done. Okay, guys. Let's see. Where am I going to put you down? I'm going to throw in. It's not boiling yet. It's coming up. It's 188. Now that's a total. Let me see if I can pull the basket out. It's still dripping a little bit. I'd like to get the hop, first, kind of like a first wort hop in there. Let's dump this in. 1/2 ounce of Chinook. Let's see where we're at too. Oh, I can't see the level. Of course I can't see the level. Oh, God. She's a bit heavy. That ain't heavy, that's my brother. I got 7 liters. Well, 7 gallons. Okay, guys, we are at a boil. It's not quite the really vigorous boil that I'm used to with my other setup. So, but it's a good rolling boil. As you can see, it's rolling. So, yeah. So it's boiling. Take a look at the basket. Cleaned it up. Cleanup was a cinch. I could easily dump it out. The one thing I did find that on this, let me sit down. I'll hold it. This right here it's rolled over. So when you go to dump out your grains right here, when you go to dump out your grains, they tend to get stuck underneath. So I mean, you can get your fingernail and stuff underneath there. You're gonna make sure, you got to make sure that that is good and clean. Also, on the bottom, I don't know how the Robo Brew is, but this one, you can see that they've welded this. It's not sharp, but I mean, you get a bumpy weld there. They seem like they filed it down pretty good, but this underneath, the perforations, this you could file down your fingernails on this because it goes right. It just poke through. So you're going to want to be careful with that, especially if you use a paper towel or something to wipe it clean. Just make sure that you get it all off afterwards. These are fairly sharp too. Yeah, so these were nice. They sit nice on the, when you get it upside down. Oh well, upside down. When you get it up and it's draining, it drains really well. Handle was decent. It wasn't too hot to pull it out. So yeah. So all in all, so far I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I want to make sure that this keeps boiling. I'm still not. I don't know. We'll see how that boil goes, because I'm used to a lot vigorous boil, a really roaring full boil. But what I did have to do is I almost had to boil over. I had to shut the element off for a few minutes, let the foam go back down, and then turn it back on, and it seemed to work fine. It took less than a minute to get right back up, and then the foam dissipated and everything. So far so good. I'll use my immersion chiller in it, and yeah. Cheers, everybody. Okay, guys, I just found something else. I said, if you look at this, it's an okay boil. It's not bad. Watch this. You want to get it to a good. I mean, I'm used to a really vigorous rolling boil, and I know people are going, DMS, DMS, DMS. But I'm thinking, if I'm gonna make a cover that's got a smaller hole in it. I just put this on for not even 5 minutes, and the boil, it started to get way more vigorous, which I'm used to a really vigorous boil, and then when it doesn't do a vigorous boil, it makes me nervous. I don't know if you can see it. See, it's getting better and better. So I'm wondering if I modify a cover so I can get a more vigorous boil out of it. Plus it's cold out today. It's about 56 degrees. So yeah. So yeah, another I don't know, tip for me. Take a look at that. That's way better on your mash and boil. But you want to make sure you be able to get some of the steam out, because you don't want that DMS to be in there. Unless that's a myth. So yeah, all right. Cheers. Okay, 1 ounce Fuggle, 15 minutes. I already put the Whirlflock in and yeast nutrient. Ta-da! That's gonna go in there. I'm going to use East Kent Goulding at like maybe 5 minutes, and then I'll start chilling. I'm going to put in the immersion chiller. Cheers, everybody. Okay, guys, it's been half an hour. We are at 78 degrees, and Bridget is running around in the rain. Woo! Got a good whirlpool going. What? So, as far as a style, I don't know. This is not really a style. It's too dark to be a cream ale, but that's pretty much where the IBUs are. I just wanted something really easy drinking, something simple, something that I knew it didn't turn out right because of what I was doing. I'd know right off the bat. So, yep. Cheers. And I don't know if I'm just gonna put it in the fermenter and then put it inside. I don't have the new fermentation fridge, which that was, if you follow me on Instagram, I got it for free. This guy, I plugged it in, ran it overnight, and chilled right down, so it worked. Picked it up off the side of the road for free, brought it home, cleaned it up. So I'll be building a controller like this, or I may just take this one and use it on that and build a new one for the kegerator. So that way, because I don't need that one to heat, that one can heat. So yeah, cheers everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all my new subscribers. Thanks for everybody that subscribed and stuck with me. Hopefully I will get more and more up. 'Cause I'm starting to get more and more of a routine going over at the farm. So yeah, so long.
Bye bye.
Cheers.